Great, now that you learned how to generate leads with Facebook, there is something else that we have to cover. You learned how to create an ad, but as you can see, even though I have a little bit of experience when it comes to Facebook advertising, I didn't only create a single ad, because that's a matter of fact, chances are that the first ad that you will create, even if you created a billion ads before, will not be your most successful one. The power of Facebook is the targeting, no question about that. But what makes Facebook also very powerful is the ability to split test with a really small budget. Now, as you can see, I created a number of different ads and I tried different parameters, right? And I actually never stopped split testing. This was just a very simple test campaign that I did, but even here I created a number of different ads, right? Trying to accomplish the very same thing, and that is building up an email list. If you're kind of new to Facebook advertising, and I know many people just hate split testing, if they hear that word, they just want to run away, okay? If you're like that, just do me a favor and please set up at least 20 different ads. Because if you really want to find a big winner, you just have to test and you will see what works. Facebook is giving you access to all the data, and you just take a look at that and then you'll see, okay, this ad works, this ad doesn't work, and so on. So something you should definitely split test is the ad image and the ad copy. That's what you should do always. So if you're new, if you don't want to bother a lot with split testing, just set up an ad with 20 different ad images or 20 different ad copies, or 10 ads with a different ad image and then 10 ads with a different ad copy. This is what you should do, and it's very easy, right? Just duplicate the ad and just change the creative, change the picture, and then see what works better. If you want to get a little bit more advanced, you could split test age groups. So let's say you're starting out by creating an ad that is targeting an audience that is between 20 and 60 years old. You could split test that ad and just say, okay, I'll run one campaign that is targeting a very specific audience between 20 and 40 and one that's between 40 and 60. And they will just see, okay, either age group number one is performing better or the second one, or maybe there is even no difference. Then gender. You could say, I will just duplicate an ad, and one ad will target men and one ad will target women. And you can again compare who's converting better. Interest section, that's the true power of acquiring leads and acquiring customers on Facebook. So make sure to split test different interests, especially if your list is very long, right? So you can again just track where you're getting the best results. And last but not least, there's the ad placement. As you know, there are 3 different placement options. That is a desktop newsfeed, right-hand column newsfeed, and on mobile. So you could say, I'll create one ad that is only running a mobile placement, and the other 2, running a desktop newsfeed placement and a right-hand column placement. And again, you'll just see where you're getting better conversions, cheaper conversions. Okay, so that's your homework. Now that you learned how to create ads, make sure to create at least 20 different ads. Again, if you're lazy, just split test the images and the ad copy. And if you want to get a little bit more advanced, then just split test more. Okay, just create 40, 50 different ads and split test the age, the gender, interest, and the ad placement. Now, what's important, as you can see, I didn't work with crazy budgets over here, right? So I've started out with a daily budget of like €3, $3. And this is what you should do as well. When you split this, run the ads that you created for a day but at least no more than 2 days. 1 day, 24 hours is just perfect. Set the budget to 3, or if you have a little bit more money to spend, to 5 or maybe even $10 if you want to get really accurate and fast results. And run these ads for at least, or for 24 hours or 48 hours if you want to, okay? It just really depends how much money you have to spend. If you have a very low and limited budget, then set up your ads to like $3 and 24 hours. If you have more money to spend, 48 hours and $5 or $10, okay? And just run them. And you will see that you will start getting different results, just as you can see here, right? You will have an ad performance of, let's say, $2.20 per customer acquisition, and then you will have an ad that will just, for example, generate leads at like 37 cents. So you'll see really significant differences. First, you really need to accumulate data in order to being able to optimize and improve your ads. And the big question is, when should you actually stop split testing? Well, my personal belief is that you can always improve, okay? We're not only talking about self-development here, but when it comes to Facebook advertising, you can always get better. You can always find a better campaign. And that's what you should focus on. That's what you should try to. I, in fact, never stop split testing. Even if I found an ad that generates leads at like 50 cents, I go like, okay, I can do better than that. Let's find one that generates leads at like 40 cents or 30 cents. It's possible. It will require a little bit more work, but if you have a bigger budget and you really want to get the most out of every buck, then for God's sake, just never stop split testing. But the question is when you should actually stop and be like, okay, I did a great job. Well, if you will be able to generate leads at less than $1, then you really did a terrific job if you're just starting out. So in that case, you will say, okay, that's it. I did everything that I could, and I'm getting leads at like 90 cents, 95 cents, or 80 cents. I'm totally fine for that. Patrick showed me that I can get leads for like 50 cents if I work really hard, if I split this a little bit, but that's not where I want to get. 80, 90 cents is totally fine, and my list is profitable. People are buying from me, etc. So if you're happy with that, customer acquisition costs of below $1, or just maybe even $1 straight, then that's totally fine. You can stop there, right? So let's wrap things up. Test 20 different ads. Set the ad budget to like $3 to $5. Run these ads for 24 hours. And then just check your results. See which results you're getting. And once you have some data at hand that you can analyze, then it's time to take the next step and to scale your winning